cut this in half. No. I'm just hush. Just hush. Just hush. I literally have not. This is the first question where they ask y'all to calculate the area. Mind you, if you're paying attention, books with the answers right on them. This is not even a try it question. This is an example from the book. And only 5 people can give me the answer out of 30 something people, out of 30 something kids. And again, nobody's asking y'all to calculate, multiply, divide, add, subtract. I asked y'all to identify shapes. And we can't get 13-year-olds to identify triangles, squares, and rectangles. This is literally the only class all day who cannot identify shapes. So, tonight, for homework, I'm gonna need you guys to draw shapes. Draw shapes so we can understand what shapes are. Because I see we have to start at the very basic. At 12 and 13, we can't even go into area of a square, area of a triangle, if we can't even identify a square, if we can't even identify a triangle. It's kind of hard. Shape is this when you cut it in half? What shape is this when you cut this in half? No. I'm just hush. Just hush. Just hush. I literally have not. This is the first question where they ask y'all to calculate the area. Mind you, if you're paying attention, books with the answers right on them. This is not even a try it question. This is an example from the book. And only 5 people can give me the answer out of 30 something people, out of 30 something kids. And again, nobody's asking y'all to calculate, multiply, divide, add, subtract. I asked y'all to identify shapes. And we can't get 13-year-olds to identify triangles, squares, and rectangles. This is literally the only class all day who cannot identify shapes. So, tonight, for homework, I'm gonna need you guys to draw shapes. Draw shapes so we can understand what shapes are. Because I see we have to start at the very basic. At 12 and 13, we can't even go into area of a square, area of a triangle, if we can't even identify a square, if we can't even identify a triangle. It's kind of hard. Shape is this.
Alrighty, so of course, besties, we have to talk. I know you remember this teacher from before he went viral from showing his students, or at least a conversation, I should say. He showed a conversation and let everyone know about the struggles that the kids of today are having when it comes to schooling. And of course, as usual, as predicted, he got backlash for it. Now, I've always been a supporter of teachers. If you want the people to help your kids, then you need to support those people that you want to help your kids. And you also have to help your kids. But when you try to point that out to certain individuals, they act like you're asking them to go and serve in World War III. The expectation that your kid should know something is so low, it's disgusting. The expectation that someone else do something for your kid while your kid does whatever they want is disgusting. The fact that you have the audacity and the daggone nerve to come at teachers, the people that you willingly are sending your kids to, because you know there's always the option of homeschool and private schooling. And then you have issue when they bring issues to your attention and you give them a hard time. But if they don't bring anything to your attention and they make it all the way to the 12th grade, allegedly to be the valedictorian, then they find out that your kid actually has a .013 grade point average and said they need to start all over again, then you mad talking about the school failed. Now, You see the way that the CVS's, the Walgreens, the Walmarts, and all the other stores are closing because you let your spawn be out here doing whatever the hell it is that they want to do because you haven't taught them the difference between right and wrong, because you haven't told them about consequences, you haven't told them about if you didn't pay for it and earn it, then it doesn't belong to you. And so all those things are closing down. So as all these teachers continue to quit and continue to say that I ain't got time for this foolishness, that I don't need this, I'll go do something else private sector as opposed to dealing with your spawn, and then your schools start closing down. Or you have a room of one teacher and 75 kids and they definitely ain't learning nothing there. Then you can't come out into the world to do the exact thing that's causing all these all these businesses to close. Then we know where the conversation goes after that. But never, ever, ever in everything that goes on right now in the world, specifically with your spawn, does anyone ever call out the spawn maker? No one ever calls out the spawn makers. Ever, ever, never, no way. That's okay, because I'll do it. Because what we're not going to do is sit up here and act like it is a normal. It is normal for a 12, 13, 14-year-old to not know they damn shapes. We're not going to sit up here and act like that's normal. We're not going to sit up here and act like that's the teacher's fault. We're not going to sit up here and act like it's a problem as they've grown because he says that they have to do some damn homework, which is to draw shapes. A 13-year-old, what is that, 6th grade? 7th grade? To draw shapes is your damn homework. Anyway, so let's take a look at these comments. His comment, shout out to QB the Don, which is the actual teacher. He says, please make sure your student knows shapes, please. The first comment from a biatch, of course, to say, this isn't the flex you think it is. It shows that you don't have the ability to truly teach. So he's the problem that 13-year-olds that came into his class in the 6th or 7th grade don't know shapes, and it's his problem, and it's his fault. And this is why your kids are stupid. And this is why your kids is out here gremlinizing. This participation trophy, your kid is wonderful. F your kids. Your kids are not wonderful. They're gremlins. They're gremlinizing in every place that they step they toe into. And people is tired of it. Imagine the 5 kids who actually got the damn answers right. They got to sit around with 25 to 30 other kids who are stupid. Do they even have a gifted program anymore? Child, at this point, who would be in a gifted class? People who know how to do, child, people who know their shapes can be in the gifted. It's not funny. It's so not funny, and yet it is. Because y'all don't even realize that you spawn makers are producing these juvenile delinquents who are the dumbest of the dumb. And then as soon as they end up in places that they probably shouldn't be if they have better parents, you're going to blame some damn body else. Your kids should be home making shapes at the age of 3, 4, and damn 5. Your kids should know damn shapes by the age of 6 at the latest. At minimum, the basics. Child, she goes on to say more nonsense. If this was you assessing their prior knowledge and you have been teaching them, then you already know there are deficits. It is very unlikely that a student won't have a deficit these days or an undiagnosed learning disability. Look at the excuses. Look at the excuses. This is the exact problem, specifically with the community. You have low expectations with regard to everything, but then expect to get high expectation results. You won't work for nothing. You expect everything to be given to you. You're giving these students an excuse to be dumb. Now, I'm not totally blaming them, because if their parents ain't participating in their lives, because that's where the first teaching starts, regardless of what most of the idiots think, the teaching starts at home. So if you're not teaching your kid anything, then they go into the school and they're at a deficit from that perspective. You can't even teach them a nursery rhyme. You can't even teach them shapes. You can't even teach them how to spell their damn name. You can't even teach them the damn letters in their damn name. You can't even tell them their damn ABCs. You can't even sing Mary Had a Little Damn Lamb. What do you do? What do y'all do? You always want to push stuff off on the spawn that you took. all that pleasure to receive, and then you don't take pleasure in raising your damn kids. Now we want to blame a learning disability. That is victimhood mentality. No, it's a lazy mentality. It's a lazy disability because they lazy, they parents is lazy. They too busy out here living their own life because mama gotta have a life too, you know. Yes, I'm blaming you biatches. Cause don't act like that. Most of these kids ain't got a biatch in their life. If probably only a biatch. This is half damn crazy as per usual. And for her to even be the first comment to even say this stupid shit, she should be ashamed of her daggone self. But there's no shame anymore. There's no shame. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever you think is what it is. Whatever goes, goes. You don't care. We do not care what people think. Ain't even got nothing to do with that. It got to do with the fact is if you want to compete in the world, if you want to get anything in the world, the whole world, if you want to go anywhere, if you want to be something, you need to do the work. But y'all think that everything should be freaking handed to you. And people is tired of it. And people been tired of your kids. Then it says, you also would know that they get bits and pieces of geometry and that most of geometry in elementary occurs during testing session and it's rushed through. So you can blame the system. Of course, blame the system. But of course, blame the system. Of course. So if the system is wrong and the system is a problem, then why send your spawn to the system? Don't y'all just love it? The system is the problem, and yet you still dependent on said system, sending your kids to the same system that you said don't work. So who's the real idiot in all that? Which proves how much of an idiot most of you are. Because you complain about the exact things that you place your children in, which yet again proves that you don't give one damn about these damn kids. Teaching is a lost art, and you are showing that anyone who is skilled in this can informally assess a K through 12 student and know exactly where they didn't pick up the skill. It's giving professor vibes, meaning you are skilled in your discipline, but not in the art of teaching. The students aren't the only one who's missing a skill set. Word of advice, review the standards and see which ones align with your current grade level standards. Teach the previous skill and then move into the current skill. Child, you out here talking like you so smart. Probably somebody with a PhD and is basically a DUMMY. Acting like you know so much. Are you a teacher? Then teach ass on out there. People should be outraged at the fact that 13-year-olds don't know shapes. Or the way that he talking about you got to go home and draw it. Child probably talking about circles. It's not funny. It's not funny, but all I can do is laugh. So let's see a few of these replies to this heifer. Child, I agree. There is a deficiency in instructional strategies. Asking his kids to visualize. Okay, that's her again. So the teacher responds, if you saw the video, you would have seen I only had one shape for my 35 kids to pass around. I'm honestly not reading your think piece. Thank you for the feedback though. Child, exactly. Child, I only read it because of this daggone video. And then she said, and if you're committed to teaching them instead of exploiting them, you would figure out how to get the tools you need. Yeah, always blame the teacher, y'all. Just always blame the teacher. You do it. You do it. We don't have to do anything as parents. You do it. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. This one says, but what did you gain by putting this on social media? You're the teacher. He says, a poster says, awareness to the fact that there are students that have a learning gap that is far too wide for me to close, especially 35-1. No, they don't understand that, sir. And just because of the responses that you're getting, I know he's a black teacher, and I personally know that his kids are black. But let's go ahead and call it out. It's black people responding to this. He's a black teacher, and then there's black students. You can hear it in their voice. Plus, I've seen the other videos. Plus, it's just obvious, okay? So let's make sure that we continue to keep the bar low so that your kids can feel good about themselves, then get out into the world and know nothing and think that they can go into places and spaces where they hope to get a job, can't get one, and then cry, whine, and complain about the fact that McDonald's does not pay you $50 an hour so that you can make a living and you can have a place to live. Oh, let me see. He says, that's the thing, I can only do so much. Students are tested on their grade levels, not where they are mentally. There is also zero assistance provided. I would love for you to share more tips. Child. This one says, he says, parents don't respond to emails, phone calls, or missing grade reports. What else should I try? Everybody always got something to say, and don't be knowing what the hell it is that they talking about. Just always got to talk badly. Be Nobody wants to hear the truth about these damn kids. I've come to the conclusion that no one wants to hear the truth about their damn kids, even though they know it's the truth. You see it every damn day, but you want to blame racism. You see it every damn day, but you want to blame the oppressor. You see it every damn day. Now you want to blame the teacher, even though we know they've been blaming the teacher. You see it every damn day, and nobody wants to blame the people who are the most responsible for how their kids turn out. And that's they daggone parents. And I don't care if it's just a mama. I don't care if it's the mama and the daddy. I don't care if it's just a daddy. But more times than not, the odds have proven, the stats show, it's a freaking mama who you not going to tell me that's going to tell everybody else, won't listen, won't work, just like he said, won't call back, won't answer emails, because all school is for them is a free babysitting service. I don't give a damn about what anybody has to say. I know it's true. These people out here just not caring for their damn kids in any way, shape, or form. And then people going to sit up here and try to blame it on learning disabilities. Yeah, it's a learning disability, all right. The person that's supposed to be teaching them ain't teaching them shit. That would be a disability. But anyway, child, starting to make me mad, so I can't go over nothing else because I ain't got time. I got breakfast to get to and a tour to see. Wait, where we at today? Where we at? I don't even know where we at. Oh, St. Martin, child. I'm tired. It's early. Shout out to y'all if you made it this far. I do appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to this daggone channel. Hit the like button, comment. I see you all in the next one.
We do not care